So Raw was a horror movie this week because it started with Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul arriving at the building. Like, you just feel the tension in my tum-tum. It was like, I know that guy's the killer. I know he's going to kill him, but I hope I'm wrong. But I just know I'm not wrong. I also have no idea what that means, but hello, my friends, and welcome to Ups and Downs, the only wrestling review show that you need, because I will watch sports entertainment, so you don't have to. Also, as you know, I am the Progress Proteus Champion, also the People's Progress Proteus Champion. You have to watch the show, but over the weekend, I became the UPW Champion as well. So anybody else that has been a belt collector, Miller is coming for your ass. Shouldn't have said that. Let's up those down. The first thing we then saw on Raw was a pair of Yeet glasses. Seriously, the camera was like this close. I don't know what happened to my other lens. It just meant the crowd was about to lose their mind because Jey Uso was here. And on commentary, Michael Cole started to make some penis and sex jokes. Don't get mad at me, that's what he did, I'm just the reporter. Now I'm gonna guess that was meant to as a distraction tactic, because it did work. Because all of a sudden Mr. Cole was like, oh no, Jey Uso, you're in trouble. Because I suppose Gunther must have teleported down from the Starship Enterprise, because he was just here, and man, he did not like Jey Uso's entrance, and he killed this guy. I mean, maybe somebody had eaten his last Rolos, we just had to get his anchor out, but he powerbombed Jey a couple of times, and essentially was like, you have to stop this nonsense. So if you are one of these crazies on the internet that keeps going, oh, I don't like Jey Uso's entrance, well, there you go. Gunther just took care of it for you. The useless wrestling security then ran out to stop this, which allowed Jey Uso to get a microphone. And in that moment, he decided, I do not like being beaten up when I am unawares. So Gunther, I challenge you for WrestleMania 41. The best part was WWE then did what I always hoped that WWE would do. We didn't treat Jey Uso like some kind of jobberoonie. We treated him like a hero because he then started to fight back and he even hit Gunther with a dive. 2025. That's absolutely the best idea as well because again, the fans already into Jey Uso and even if he is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41, make sure he keeps this momentum up. Because the connection is there, and we want to keep it intact. Gunther is also the man as well, because he must have been sat in the back watching this, and eventually his brain said, yeah, this is bad, he is taking over the show, we should go and punch him in the face. It also, as far as I'm concerned, means Jey is going to win that title at the show of shows, and who the hell predicted that? Not Nostradamus, he was too worried about saying, oh my gosh, this is when the earth is going to explode. And honestly, about 10 years ago, I would have thought that would happen before this. It is so damn good. Up. Kathy Kelly then interviewed Rhea Ripley, and she was like, listen, I'll tell you this, Charlotte Flair is wasting everybody's time. Io Sky then walked in and basically threatened Rhea, because of course she'd accidentally screwed her over last week. And given the events that we shall talk about on this show, it hit me like a brick in the face. I've been making all the wrong predictions, and now if you ask me, it does kind of feel like when it comes to the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania, we're going to be doing a triple threat. I mean, you could just see it in Io's face, and I have no idea what that means, but out came Liv Morgan and Raquel. I wear sunglasses now because I'm a bad guy, Rodriguez. Raquel is a really good friend as well because she just nodded along as Liv Morgan told her she was going to win the Elimination Chamber. We were indeed about to get Morgan and Raquel taken on Damage Control. Before that though, we did learn that we're getting a Raw Men's Tag Team Championship match later between the War Raiders and the Creeds. Now 1, where the hell did that come from? 2, why was it not advertised beforehand? And 3, who the flop gave the Creeds a tag team title match? Like, they haven't even been able to get on Raw. So this is just me being a massive nerd. I get a bit worried these belts aren't being treated in the way that the rest of the show is being treated. I want some serious depth here. And that hit me like a wet fish in the face. Giving it a down. Thankfully though, we then did go into this women's tag team match, and man, everything with those championships are way better. Like, I presume the winner of this is going to get a shot at Bianca Belair and Naomi. If nothing else, it was just flipping good. It was Sky and Dakota Kai to kick things off, and that was nice because it did rhyme, but also it means Dakota is back. She's over her concussion. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, Raquel was able to stop them both at first because she is so powerful, but eventually Dakota did tag in. This was going all right for a little while before Rodriguez was like, you know what? I'm going to throw you into the ring post. She did. It also allowed Liv to hit her 3 amigos, but this was a total failure because Kai still got to Io Sky. Hot tag, run wild. She is just the absolute best as she hit that awesome drop kick and all these meteoras. But that is the problem with Sky. When she hits one, she wants to hit 52,000. and eventually she got cut off. It was by Raquel Rodriguez, and this allowed Raquel and Liv to hit this double team code breaker, and honestly, I hope Io Sky's face is okay. They cracked her good. Dakota then tagged in and hit the chiropractor, which has to be the worst name move in all of professional wrestling. Like, I like it because it tickles me, but what kind of message are you sending to the opponent? Oh, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fix your back. That wasn't helpful because he still got nailed with the Oblivion, although actually got out of that at the 1-2. And during all of this, Morgan must have got it right in the face, because now she was bleeding too. They were going hard. Everybody was then hitting everything, but it was Io who had taken her med pack first, and she got the double stomp, and she hit the moonsault, and yeah, she got the 1-2-3. Now I'm pretty sure Morgan and Raquel have got enough wins, so they can go after the titles, but now Damage Control will have a shout too, so I think we should carry this all on. We got some serious depth. So yes, one of them should win the belts, and we just carry on with this. I like it. It's fun. They've just proven it can be good. Now, I do hope everybody's all right, because it did get a bit out of control in a good way, and that's the same for Sami Zayn, because Michael Cole then looked into the camera and said, "You remember what Kevin Owens did to Sam last week? Well, now Mr. Zayn's back is dead." You also then cut to the New Day, and they were super mad because they were like, "Why aren't we qualifying for the Elimination Chamber? Do you not remember what Kofi Kingston did in 2019 when they got cut off again?" I'm a little bit confused what the plan is with the New Day at the moment, but there is more later. It went right into Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria, who was also in an elimination qualifying match. I was like, man, I bet Kofi is up in the stands just melting down. He's probably mad at them too. And yes, I do have to throw another nerd down in here as well. Again, I am a massive geek, so I can't help it. But you just heard what I said. It was Lyra Valkyria, the Intercontinental Champion. Man, ever since she's won that belt, well, it's just been really weird. Because at the moment, she either hasn't been on the show, appears in a video, and she hasn't defended it once, and here she was entering the Elimination Chamber to try and win a world title shot. Now listen, I can understand that, but this trinket is brand new. I just think it needs a little bit more love, especially because she went and lost. It's just a down. Now listen, this is a kayfabe down, but if we're not going to live in the world of wrestling, what's even the point? What? And yes, look, the match was a bit wibbly-wobbly in places, but it is allowed to happen here and there. Think how many matches we do see in a year, but when they got to the second half, I thought they could good. Lyra basically tried to kill Bayley with a DDT on the outside. When she wanted to hit all the fisherman suplexes in the world, I mean, maybe she bought her rod and she was planning a trip. She was able to get some 1-2-oohs when she hit the draping leg drop to get another 1-2-ooh, and that's when she decided, I'm gonna hit you with the most devastating move. In all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up. I was like, Lyra, what are you doing? This is Bayley, man. She's an all-timer, she's a legend, she's got way more experience than you, and after they got into a surprise roll-up battle, guess who won? It was Bayley, 1-2-3. Of course, they hugged afterwards because they are friends, and Bayley is going to the chamber, and I can't get mad at that. But also, because they were so nicey nice here, you can probably play that off down the line. Just thought it was a bit of a shame that we didn't go hard into the fact that the Intercontinental Champion had just lost, but that was probably the point. But listen, in terms of the match itself, I am going to give it an up. And again, Bayley always deserves more. Not getting mad at it. Penta then used his video editing skills to yell at Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser when we had an interview with Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser. They still kind of hate each other, but they both do want to take out Penta, although Ludwig kind of gracefully stood aside here and said, okay, Peter, you can have first dibs. If I was going to hazard a guess, I would imagine Tyler Bate returns soon, and you could do this tag team match. We then saw the Alpha Academy, who were then trying to make Lyra Valkyria feel better. I was like, what are you guys doing? She didn't get killed. She just lost a match. Now, Ivy Nile didn't feel the same because she walked in. She was all like, Lyra Valkyria, you may be the Intercontinental Champion, but you absolutely suck. Then got stupid because even though Lyra was like, all right, well, let's fight now, Ivy was like, no, we're going to do it on my time. I would have been like ship we are. I'm the champion. And also, man, I don't want to do this. I like Lyra Valkyria, but I kind of feel like I have no choice because, yes, hello, I'm back once again with the Renegade Master, and it's time for another episode of Nobody Talks Like That. Because when Lyra and Ivy did get into it, Lyra decided to say to Ivy, I don't step to you in the gym, so you don't step to me with the wrestling. I was like, wait a minute, what? You can't step to anybody in the gym. You're in good shape too, Lyra Valkyria, so I presume you do lift weights, but also you're both wrestlers, so she can step to you, because the whole point is you both think you're the best wrestlers. So, okay, I don't want to be horrible, as a pretty bad insult, but also nobody talks like that. I really hope Bayley was watching this as well, because she should be like, I get first dibs here. And I also kind of just think that Ivy now probably should have got involved in that match, and you create the shenanigans. What are you going to do? We didn't do it. When AJ Styles was back on Raw, and thank Flubbins for that, I miss this guy. He also admitted the injury he suffered a few minutes ago was so bad he didn't think he was ever going to return to the ring. But he looked in the mirror, realized he still had a lot to give, so he got into the rehab and now he's back. He's also come up with a to-do list, and more wrestlers should probably get that down because it will help when he had to throw it out the window because he got interrupted by Dominick Mysterio and Carlito. I like apples. Condom wanted AJ to know that even though he had come to Monday nights, the Judgement Day still controls Raw. Can't stand it when wrestlers say that. What do you even mean? You're in charge of HR? Who cares? Styles felt the same until he pondered on the rest of the group and he was like, wait a minute, where's Rhea Ripley? Where's Damian Priest? Where's Finn Balor? Oh, that's right, none of them have your back, because no matter how good or how hard you work, you're always going to be Rey Mysterio's stupid punk-ass kid. Bad guys then tried to attack, but amazingly, AJ Styles just whooped their ass. And on next week's episode of Raw, it will indeed be Edge versus Dummy Boy. This was fun though, and I would presume that AJ Styles beats both of them. Can't believe it ties into WrestleMania, because that's way too far away. But this one is getting it up just because AJ Styles has returned. And never forget, he's an absolute game changer. Seth Rollins then did a quick interview and it was basically filled with exposition. Because Jey Uso has made his choice, which means the winner of the Elimination Chamber now will go after Cody Rhodes. And that works for Seth because he wants to deal with CM Punk and then he wants to punch Cody as well. I mean, he was always going to say that because it's not like he's going to go, oh my gosh, Simon Miller's Nan is going to win the chamber. I mean, she didn't even qualify when Finn Balor walked in and said, you're not going to even win our qualifying match next week because you're off the rails, Seth Rollins. You lost to CM Punk, and you went loony at the Royal Rumble. Rollins then made it clear these two have unfinished business, and all wrestlers say that, when he said, I don't even want to deal with you, Finn Balor, because again, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, these are my goals, and you wait nothing. I imagine that Seth Rollins is going to win as well, so I do hope we have sun pans for Finn. He's in an odd position at the moment. I don't know where he's going. I assume we then got one of these Netflix adverts because Grayson Waller and Austin Theory were talking about NXT and Sheamus and all manner of bizarre things. And these are another two. We hinted that they were going to break up for months, and now they're just chilling. You tell me. It was around about here when Styles did go to see Adam Pearce to get his match with the condom. This is also when Bron Breakker walked in with the biggest hat you've ever seen in your life, and we keep teasing these two are going to have a match, and I checked with my feelings. Please give it to me. When we did get this mad match, it was the War Raiders taking on the Creeds, and the flipping Raw tag team titles were on the line. But if you had only started watching this show 2 weeks ago, you would have been absolutely baffled. But I tell you what other emotion you would have got, amazement, because this was flipping good. Eric slammed Ivar onto Julius to begin with when Brutus got crushed as well. And for the first 5 minutes of this, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to kill the Creeds and their ribs are going to spill out onto the floor. Eric then hit this awesome sit-out bomb of power, but I think that's when Julius and Brutus did get a bit panicked because they cast distraction and they took over. They were able to jump on Eric's ass for a while, and I shouldn't have said that, but you know the deal. It's a WWE tag team match. From nowhere, he did take a Phoenix down. Hot tag to Ivar. Poor Brutus then got smashed again because he was having a terrible evening. But that's when Julius pulled one of these out of the ring and everybody went off. We basically got the tag klaxon, and it was move, 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 and move, move, move. Ivar was then ready to finish it because he had climbed to the top rope when he saw another wrestler on the outside. And you know the deal with these sports entertainers. If they do indeed spy another wrestler on the outside, which sounds like a nursery rhyme, they don't know what to do. But I was like, Ivar, it's Ivy Nile. You must have known she was going to do something. I mean, maybe he thought he was looking into a mirror because her name is Ivy and his name is Ivar. It's the dumbest thing I've ever said when the Creeds hit this awesome superplex moonsault combo 1-2. Somehow the Raiders still got up from this though, and they're about to hit their finish when Julius just like, nah, brah. He got the title and he whammed them right in the head. Referee was right there. They were like, well, what a waste of my life. Disqualification. Now they did hold the titles up after this to tease that we are going to continue, and listen, in terms of the match, I am going to give it an up. But as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, a down is coming too. Because it's just so random, and I feel like, one, we could have built up the Creeds better, and two, this was like the War Raiders' second only defense, and they couldn't have beaten the Creeds, who have done absolutely nothing for ages, and they are damn good, but I'm looking at it from a hierarchy point of view, so let's get it down. So nothing down, it doesn't matter down, because again, the match was of such high quality, and again, the counterpoint to this is, well, the Creed just went toe-to-toe with them. I just felt there was a better way to do it, hence the down. The Judgement Day were then in their clubhouse, and they're all like, oh my gosh, I'm so beat up these days. Apart from Dominick Mysterio, he's the smart one, keeps running away. Now he tried to be the cheerleader, was like, we're gonna turn this all around. When Finn was like, nobody wants your help, you absolute jabron. I am going to beat Seth Rollins next week and go into the chamber, and I will carry us to the promised land. Dominick also kind of insinuated he wouldn't mind some help when he takes on AJ Styles next week. So we are just slowly carrying on the breakup of the Day of Judgment. I give him another 3 weeks. This is when we started to lean into the idea that something big is going to come with Rhea Ripley's championship, because she found Io Sky and was like, listen, I don't owe you nothing, even though I did screw you over, but I want to give you something, and therefore the Raw after the Elimination Chamber is you versus me, and the belt is on the line. Now, once again, I assume this is all going to play into WrestleMania, and with a gun to my head, I now think it's going to be Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, because obviously that ties into 2024, but I have one last geek down to throw in there, because it just makes the Elimination Chamber look so ridiculous. Let's say Charlotte Flair has chosen Tiffany Stratton by then. The winner of the Chamber should walk out going, why did I have to go through that hell when Io Sky just got given something? I actually think this will play out quite well on television, but I can't help it. When this stuff gets in my brain, it's like, I try to unnerd myself, but I'm proud of being a nerd. I like being a nerd, so I'm getting it down. I mean, you've already negated the stipulation. I don't feel like there was a need. CM Punk was then out next, and he's still a sad panda that he didn't win the Royal Rumble, although he can look on the bright side of life. Isn't it great that Jey did? Yes. Yes, it is. He then also threatened Cody Rhodes, because he too now knows which way his bread is buttered. When he yelled at John Cena as well, it's like, oh, Big John. He didn't have to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, although he is a legend, so I do understand it. But still, on that night, I am coming for you, Mr. Steiner. And let's face it, we all want to see that clash. It was an all-time classic. Of course, there is another dude that's qualified for the Chamber, and that is Drew McIntyre. And Punk wrecked this guy. And he was like, I beat you so bad in Hell in a Cell, you ran away to smack her down. Honestly, these two are going to be feuding in the afterlife. He also discussed Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, because of course they may have a pathway there too. But the whole point is it doesn't matter, because Punk is winning the Chamber, and Punk is going to WrestleMania, because he has never felt more ready. Which is basically wrestling slang for something bad is definitely going to happen. Logan Paul then interrupted and bless CM Punk, because he was like, I don't even recognize that music. Even Pat McAfee made a quip about that. And I was like, yep, it's all of us and more of us. None of it makes any sense. This, of course, was the play of the fact that Logan Paul had thrown CM Punk out of the Rumble. And Logan followed up here by going, me doing that has made you more relevant than ever. Punk then apologized because he totally forgot the fact that Logan may even enter the Chamber, so maybe he should stop focusing on him and start focusing on a legend like Rey Mysterio, because if he does make it to Toronto, he is putting Logan Paul to sleep. I hope he means it literally, gonna give him a hug and have some milk, and then Logan will just pass out in the corner. Let's hope he gets 8 hours. This was all right, though. I mean, it kind of feels like we're in a holding pattern at the moment, as we do get all of our people in the Elimination Chamber. But that has to happen on some episodes of Raw. You do get one every single week, mostly. I just enjoyed the fact that CM Punk ran down Logan Paul. Up. When we did indeed get to our main event and next qualifier for the Chamber, Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. Good grief. Now, first and foremost, these two kicked the crap out of each other. I don't know whether Rey had said something to him beforehand, but they were just whamming each other in the face, and when Mysterio threw Logan into Simba the Steel Steps, I mean, sheesh. I mean, even the springboard moonsault the Rey hit just flattened this guy, and Mysterio really was taking a lot of this match. That's when I started to get the heebie-jeebies, because usually in WWE land, that does mean you're going to lose. Rey Mysterio even hit a power bomb. When the flub do you ever see that? There wasn't even shenanigans either, and at one point Rey went for the 619, but Paul just kicked him right in the face. And at that point, Logan was bleeding, because again, they really weren't holding back. After Rey had hit Paul with a powerbomb, which is not the name of the new Nickelodeon show, that is when he got the 619. But when he went for the splash, Logan Paul got the knees up. He punched Rey with that titanium fist, but that hasn't been sold as, oh my gosh, he's cheating, when he hit his brand new move known as the Pulverizer. And I checked, that probably is a cartoon. But my gosh, it did look devastating. And even more, oh my gosh, it got the 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul just beat Rey Mysterio clean as a whistle. Now, I've no idea how he'll hit that maneuver on anybody else but Rey Mysterio. And listen, I know I'm being worked. I know I'm being dragged in. I know I'm being a geek. I know I'm being a nerd. And I know WWE watch this and go, ha ha ha, that bald idiot, what a loon. But I am giving it a down. Because as I stand here today, as a wrestling fan, I cannot handle a world where Logan Paul cleanly just beat Rey Mysterio. I don't have much power, but I do have a finger of power. It's getting it down, and it's always going to get it down for the rest of my days. It's really weird too, because just as the screen was going to black, the New Day attacked Rey Mysterio. Now, of course, they've had beef for a while, but I can't give you more than that, because the show then just ended. Now I do want to shout out Rey Mysterio because he is just so damn good and he keeps getting better and better. But hey, I've made my decision and I stand by it. And it does make me worried now about WrestleMania, because if Logan Paul is in the chamber, well, he could take on a CM Punk, he could take on a John Cena. So now we all have to stand here and be very, very scared. Which brought us to the end of Monday Night Raw, and this was like an okay episode. Once again, it kind of ties into what we just said. It was there to basically set up next week's, and that one will then set up the Elimination Chamber. And when we get through that pay-per-view premium live event, we will be on the road to WrestleMania, and everything can heat up. That's called balance. You do need it. Mostly I enjoyed it. Up. Now, of course, please do leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought about last night's episode of Raw. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the video on the screen, which is ups and downs, so smack it down so you can go, this guy doesn't know anything. Hello, Mum and Dad, nice to see you. But otherwise, I will see you throughout the week. Take care.